William Chen adjusted his diplomatic uniform one last time before stepping into the pristine corridors of the Zephyrian embassy ship. The crystalline walls hummed with an otherworldly energy, casting prismatic rainbows across the polished floors. As humanity's youngest cultural attaché, he'd been specifically requested for this unprecedented meeting, though he still wasn't entirely sure why. The Zephyrians had arrived at Earth's doorstep 3 months ago, their sleek vessels materializing from quantum folds in space like origami birds unfolding from paper. They were diminutive beings, barely reaching William's waist, with iridescent skin that shifted colors based on their emotions, and large, expressive eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of millennia. Ambassador Chen, a melodic voice chimed behind him. William turned to see Naz, the lead cultural envoy, approaching with her characteristic gliding gait. Her skin currently displayed soft lavender hues with golden undertones. What he'd learned indicated curiosity mixed with anticipation. "Envoy Naz," William replied, offering the traditional Zephyrian greeting by touching his fingertips together and bowing slightly. "I received your invitation for cultural exchange. I must admit I'm honored but somewhat puzzled by the specific request to meet in your personal quarters." Naz's skin flickered to a deeper purple. Amusement, if William's crash course in Zephyrian biology served him correctly. "Your species fascinates us, Ambassador Chen. We've observed your diplomatic protocols, your art, your literature, but there's something we cannot comprehend from external observation alone." She gestured for him to follow as they walked deeper into the ship. The corridors seemed to respond to their presence, walls becoming more translucent to reveal the star-filled void beyond. Other Zephyrians they passed displayed various color patterns, mostly deep blues and greens, that William had learned indicated respect and curiosity. "What exactly puzzles your people about humanity?" William asked, genuinely intrigued. "Hope," Naz said simply. "Your species possesses something we lost eons ago. We've achieved near immortality, perfected our technology, eliminated disease and want. Yet we've discovered that in our pursuit of perfection, we've lost the very essence that once drove us to greatness." They reached a door that shimmered open at Naz's approach. Her quarters were surprisingly sparse. A few floating platforms that served as furniture, walls that displayed slowly shifting abstract patterns, and what appeared to be a small garden of crystalline plants that chimed softly in harmonious tones. "Please sit." Naz indicated one of the platforms, which adjusted to accommodate William's larger frame. She settled across from him, her skin now displaying a complex pattern of silver and blue, vulnerability mixed with determination. "My people sent me to understand something we've observed in human behavior," she continued. "When faced with impossible odds, when your survival is threatened, when logic dictates surrender, you don't. You fight harder. You create art in trenches, tell jokes in bomb shelters, and somehow find reasons to smile even when your world burns around you. How?" William leaned back, considering her words carefully. "You're asking about the human spirit. If that's what you call it, yes. We've analyzed your history, countless wars, natural disasters, extinctions, plagues. By all mathematical models, your species should have given up millennia ago. Instead, you've thrived. You've reached the stars while still maintaining that inexplicable spark." She stood and moved to what William now realized was a viewing port disguised as wall art. Earth hung in the distance, blue and green and achingly beautiful. "We came here not as conquerors or even as equals, Ambassador Chen. We came as students. My people are dying, not physically but spiritually. We've forgotten how to dream, how to hope for something beyond our current reality. We've achieved everything, and in doing so, we've achieved nothing at all." William joined her at the viewport. "And you think humans can teach you how to hope? Again?" "I think one human can teach one Zephyrian," she replied, her skin now a warm amber. "The cultural exchange I'm proposing isn't about our civilization sharing technology or trade agreements. It's about you teaching me something far more precious, how to look at the impossible and say, 'Not yet.'" William watched Earth rotate, slowly in the cosmic darkness. "You know, Naz, hope isn't something you can learn from a textbook or download into your consciousness. It's not even really something one person can teach another." Her skin shifted to concerned silver. Hope, William continued, is something you have to choose every single day, sometimes every single moment. It's looking at a problem that's bigger than you and deciding to take one step forward anyway. It's believing that tomorrow might be better than today, not because you have evidence, but because you refuse to accept that today is as good as it gets. He turned to face her directly. But here's the thing. You already have hope, Naz. You came across the galaxy looking for something your people had lost. That's not the action of a species without hope. That's the action of a species that refuses to accept that the story is over. For a long moment, her skin displayed a complex cascade of colors William had never seen before. When it finally settled, it was a warm, golden white. What he instinctively knew was joy. Perhaps, she said softly, the cultural exchange has already begun. William smiled. Perhaps it has. And Naz, if your people really want to learn about hope, they don't need to study us from a distance. They need to take that leap of faith and decide to hope alongside us. The universe is vast, and there are still countless wonders we haven't discovered yet. Wonders we could discover together. Outside the viewport, Earth continued its ancient dance around the sun, a tiny blue marble that had somehow produced a species audacious enough to dream of touching the stars, and wise enough to help others remember how to dream as well. The cultural exchange, William realized, was going to be far more extraordinary than either of their species had imagined.